Struggling to pass your theory test on the first try? You're in the right place. Welcome to Driving Theory Test UK, your trusted source for DVSA-style practice questions, hazard perception training, road signs, and expert tips to help you pass with confidence. We make tricky topics simple with clear, easy-to-follow videos that help you learn faster and smarter. Whether your test is weeks away or just around the corner, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Subscribe now and join thousands of learners who've already passed their test with our help. Question 1. Which sign means turn left ahead? Answer is D. Blue circles tell you what you must do, and this sign gives a clear instruction to turn left ahead. You should be looking out for signs at all times and know what they mean. Question 2. You want to park and you see this sign. What should you do on the days and times shown? Option A. Park on yellow lines and pay. B. Park in a bay and pay. C. Park on yellow lines and not pay. D. Park in a bay and not pay. Answer is B. Park in a bay and pay. Parking restrictions apply in a variety of places and situations. Make sure you know the rules and understand where and when restrictions apply. Controlled parking areas will be indicated by signs and road markings. Parking in the wrong place could cause an obstruction and danger to other traffic. It can also result in a fine. Question 3. While driving down a long, steep slope, you should keep your car's speed under control by Option A. Changing into a higher gear and applying your brakes. B. Changing into a higher gear and using your brakes with care. C. Changing into a lower gear and using your brakes with care. D. Changing into a lower gear and not braking at all. Answer is C. Changing into a lower gear and using your brakes with care. When driving steeply downhill, you should release the accelerator, gas, pedal and change into a lower gear, even if your vehicle has an automatic gearbox. When the throttle is closed, a partial vacuum is created in the engine's intake and cylinders, which generates a braking effect to slow down the vehicle. This is known as engine braking. The lower the gear, the greater the engine braking effect. This will reduce the need to apply the brakes except in emergencies. Question 4. What does this sign mean? Option A. No vehicles allowed past this point. B. National speed limits now apply. C. The road is closed ahead. D. There is a tunnel ahead. Answer is A. No vehicles allowed past this point. The sign states that no vehicles are allowed past this point. Bicycles may only proceed past this sign if pushed. Question 5. You are driving along a road and see this sign. What does it mean? Option A. Speed cameras not in use. B. You are not allowed to take more than 30 photographs. C. Speed camera nearby on a road with a 30 miles per hour speed limit. D. There is a speed camera in 30 miles. Answer is C. Speed camera nearby on a road with a 30 miles per hour speed limit. This sign means that there is a speed camera nearby on a lit road with a 30 miles per hour speed limit. Question 6. What should you do if you see an animal, such as a horse or sheep, blocking the road? Option A. Stop and switch off your engine if necessary. B. Flash your headlights to make it move. C. Sound your horn to scare it away. D. Drive around it as quickly as possible. Answer is A. Stop and switch off your engine if necessary. Animals spook easily. Stop, Keep the engine quiet, and follow the header's instructions. Switch off the engine if the animal looks distressed. Question 1. What should you do if a person herding sheep asks you to stop? Answer is stop and switch off your engine. Question 7. Why is it dangerous to have objects, like air fresheners, hanging from your interior mirror? Option A. They might cause the windscreen to fog up. B. They could partially block your view of the road. C. They can distract other drivers. D. They can interfere with your radio signal. Answer is B. They could partially block your view of the road. Anything hanging from the mirror can obstruct your vision or distract you as it moves, potentially hiding a hazard like a pedestrian or cyclist. Question 8. What does this motorway sign mean? Option A. Change to the opposite carriageway. B. Leave the motorway at the next exit. C. Pull up on the hard shoulder. D. Change to the lane on your left. Answer is D. Change to the lane on your left. On the motorway, signs sometimes show temporary warnings due to traffic or weather conditions. They may be used to indicate lane closures, temporary speed limits, weather warnings. Question 9. What should you do if you start to feel drowsy while you're driving on a motorway? Option A. Slow down and let other drivers overtake. B. Speed up to arrive at your destination sooner. C. Open a window and stop as soon as it's safe and legal. D. Stop on the hard shoulder for a sleep. Answer is C. Open a window and stop as soon as it's safe and legal. Never stop on the hard shoulder to rest. If there's no service area for several miles, leave the motorway at the next exit and find somewhere safe and legal to pull over. Question 10. What should you do when approaching traffic lights that have been green for some time? Option A. Flash your lights to warn other drivers. B. Be prepared to stop as they may change soon. C. Speed up to ensure you get through. D. Maintain your speed and look for pedestrians. Answer is B. Be prepared to stop as they may change soon. Anticipate that lights green for a long time will likely turn amber soon. Be ready to slow down safely. Question 11. What does this sign mean? Option A. Thunderstorm ahead. B. Sharp bends. C. Electrified overhead cable. D. Lightning ahead. Answer is C. Electrified overhead cable. This sign tells you about an electrified overhead cable and the safe height beneath it, usually associated with an overhead electrified railway or tramway. On the approach to a junction, the plate may include an arrow to indicate the direction of the level crossing. Question 12. When should hazard lights be activated while you are driving? Option A. When you are approaching a toucan crossing with bicyclists waiting to cross. B. On narrow country roads where animals are present. C. A cycle route. D. On motorways and dual carriageways to warn motorists behind you of hazards ahead. Answer is D. On motorways and dual carriageways to warn motorists behind you of hazards ahead. On a motorway or dual carriageway, if you see a hazard ahead, you can use your hazard lights to alert motorists behind you to the hazard. They will be able to prepare for the hazard ahead. Question 13. What will be a serious distraction while you're driving? Option A. Looking at road maps. B. Looking in your door mirror. C. Using your windscreen washers. D. Switching on your demister. Answer is A. Looking at road maps. Looking at road maps while driving is very dangerous. If you aren't sure of your route, stop in a safe place and check the map. You must not allow anything to take your attention away from the road while you're driving. Question 14. What should you do before making a U-turn? Option A. Put your car into 4th or 5th gear. B. Flash your lights at oncoming drivers so they will slow down during the maneuver. C. Activate your indicators, then wave your arms to catch the attention of other road users. D. Immediately before the U-turn, look behind you to check for obstructions. Answer is D. Immediately before the U-turn, look behind you to check for obstructions. Look through the rear window of your car to check the road for hazards, and check whether the road is wide enough for you to perform the U-turn safely. Question 15. When is it permitted to wait in a box junction? Option A. When continuing straight but stuck in traffic. B. When prevented from turning right by oncoming traffic. C. When turning left but stuck in a queue of traffic. D. On a roundabout. Answer is B. When prevented from turning right by oncoming traffic. In most scenarios, you shouldn't enter a yellow box junction if your exit isn't clear. The one exception to this is if you're turning right but your way is blocked by oncoming traffic or other vehicles turning right. Yellow box junctions are designed to keep traffic flowing through the junction at busy times. Question 16. When are windscreen pillars most likely to create a serious obstruction to your view? Option A. When you are approaching bends or junctions. B. When driving on a straight motorway. C. When you are driving at night on unlit roads. D. When you are parking in a tight space. Answer is A. When you are approaching bends or junctions. Windscreen pillars can block your view of other road users, especially at junctions. Motorcyclists and cyclists are particularly easy to miss. Question 17. You're traveling behind a bus that pulls up at a bus stop. What should you do? Option A. Pull in closely behind the bus. B. Sound your horn. C. Watch carefully for pedestrians. D. Accelerate past the bus. Answer is C. Watch carefully for pedestrians. There might be pedestrians crossing from in front of the bus. Look out for them if you intend to pass. Consider how many people are waiting to get on the bus. Check the queue if you can. The bus might move off straight away if no one is waiting to get on. If a bus is signaling to pull out, give it priority if it's safe to do so. Question 18. Why should you check over your shoulder before turning right into a side road? Option A. To see if the road you are entering is clear. B. To check your rear indicator is working. C. To make sure no one is following too closely. D. To check for overtaking vehicles in your blind spot. Answer is D. To check for overtaking vehicles in your blind spot. A vehicle, especially a motorcyclist, may be trying to overtake you on your right as you prepare to turn. Question 19. What should you do if the vehicle starts reversing off the driveway? Option A. Move to the opposite side of the road. B. Sound your horn and be prepared to stop. C. Drive through as you have priority. D. Speed up and drive through quickly. Answer is B. Sound your horn and be prepared to stop. White lights at the rear of a car show that the driver has selected reverse gear. The driver is hidden from view so can't see you approaching. Sound your horn to warn of your presence, and be ready to stop if the car reverses into your path. Question 20. You're unsure what a slow-moving motorcyclist ahead of you is going to do. What should you do? Option A. Move closer. B. Pass on the right. C. Stay behind. D. Pass on the left. Answer is C. Stay behind. When a motorcyclist is traveling slowly, it's likely that they're looking for a turning or entrance. Be patient and stay behind them in case they stop or change direction suddenly.
Hi there. I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss future driving tips and tests. Also, don't forget to comment your score. And make sure to watch until the end. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Let's get back to the video.
Question 21. You're driving on a busy main road. What should you do if you find that you're driving in the wrong direction? Option A. Turn around in a side road. B. Turn into a side road on the right and reverse into the main road. C. Make a 3-point turn in the main road. D. Make a U-turn in the main road. Answer is A. Turn around in a side road. Don't turn around in a busy street or reverse from a side road into a main road. Find a quiet side road and choose a place to turn around where you won't obstruct an entrance or exit. Look out for pedestrians and cyclists as well as other traffic. Question 22. Why are yellow lines sometimes painted across the road when approaching a roundabout? Option A. To help you choose the correct lane. B. To make you more aware of your speed. C. To indicate the distance to the roundabout. D. To warn you that the road is slippery. Answer is B. To make you more aware of your speed. These are transverse yellow lines. They encourage you to reduce speed by giving the visual sensation of going faster as you get closer to the hazard. Question 23. You're driving in a built-up area that has traffic calming measures. What should you do when you approach a road hump? Option A. Wait for any pedestrians to cross. B. Move across to the left-hand side of the road. C. Check your mirror and slow down. D. Stop and check both pavements. Answer is C. Check your mirror and slow down. Many towns have road humps as part of traffic calming measures, designed to slow down traffic. Reduce your speed when driving over them. If you go too fast, you could lose control or damage your car. Look out for pedestrians or cyclists while you're driving in these areas. Question 24. Why do motorcyclists often look round over their right shoulder just before turning right? Option A. Motorcycles don't have mirrors. B. It helps them balance as they turn. C. To listen for traffic behind them. D. To check for traffic in their blind area. Answer is D. To check for traffic in their blind area. When you see a motorcyclist take a glance over their shoulder, they're probably about to change direction. Recognizing a clue like this helps you to anticipate their next action. This can improve road safety for you and others. Question 25. What should you do if you want to overtake a long, slow-moving vehicle on a busy road? Option A. Follow it closely and keep moving out to see the road ahead. B. Stay behind until the driver waves you past. C. Keep well back so that you get a good view of the road ahead. D. Flash your headlights for the oncoming traffic to give way. Answer is C. Keep well back so that you get a good view of the road ahead. When you see a motorcyclist take a glance over their shoulder, they're probably about to change direction. Recognizing a clue like this helps you to anticipate their next action. This can improve road safety for you and others. Question 26. What is the meaning of this road sign? Option A. Drivers should keep their distance from the vehicle in front. B. Advisory route for lorries. C. County boundary sign. D. Entrance for works traffic only. Answer is B. Advisory route for lorries. The Advisory Route for Lorries sign is a navigational guide designed to steer heavy goods vehicles, HGVs, away from weight-restricted, narrow, or residential roads. Question 27. Which type of crossing allows cyclists to ride across with pedestrians? Option A. Pelican. B. Zebra. C. Puffin. D. Toucan. Answer is D. Toucan. A toucan crossing is designed to allow pedestrians and cyclists to cross at the same time. Look out for cyclists approaching the crossing at speed. Question 28. What should you check before you start a journey in foggy weather? Option A. The radiator has enough antifreeze. B. You have a warning triangle in the vehicle. C. The windows and lights are clean and clear. D. You have a mobile phone with you. Answer is C. The windows and lights are clean and clear. If you have to drive in fog, switch your dipped headlights on and keep all your windows clear. You should always be able to pull up within the distance you can see ahead. Question 29. What does this sign mean? Option A. Historic house. B. Reduce speed now. C. End of motorway. D. Overhead sign. Answer is A. Historic house. This sign shows the tourist symbol for a historic house, which may be of architectural interest in England and Wales. Question 30. What does this road sign mean? Option A. Turn right only ahead. B. Traffic flows in one direction only. C. No entry for vehicles. D. End of motorway. Answer is B. Traffic flows in one direction only. This sign indicates that traffic on this road moves in one direction only, as shown by the arrow. Drivers and pedestrians should be aware that vehicles will approach from a single direction, helping to reduce confusion and improve road safety. Question 31. What should you do when you meet an oncoming vehicle on a single-track road? Option A. Switch on your hazard warning lights. B. Reverse back to the main road. C. Stop at a passing place. D. Carry out an emergency stop. Answer is C. Stop at a passing place. Take care when using single-track roads. It can be difficult to see around bends because of hedges or fences, so expect to meet oncoming vehicles. Drive carefully and be ready to pull into or stop opposite a passing place, where you can pass each other safely. Question 32. When must you use dipped headlights during the day? Option A. When you're parking. B. All the time you're driving. C. When you're driving along narrow streets. D. When you're driving in poor visibility. Answer is D. When you're driving in poor visibility. You must use dipped headlights when daytime visibility is seriously reduced, generally to 100 meters, 328 feet, or less. You may also use front or rear fog lights, but they must be switched off when visibility improves. Question 33. Who's legally responsible for ensuring that a vehicle registration certificate is updated? Option A. The licensing authority. B. The vehicle manufacturer. C. The registered vehicle keeper. D. Your insurance company. Answer is C. The registered vehicle keeper. It's your legal responsibility to keep the details on your vehicle registration certificate up to date. You should tell the licensing authority about any changes. These include your name, address, or vehicle details. If you don't do this, you may have problems when you try to sell your vehicle. Question 34. What does this sign mean? Option A. No cars. B. No motorcycles. C. Cars only. D. Motorcycles only. Answer is B. No motorcycles. You must comply with all traffic signs and be especially aware of those signs that apply specifically to the type of vehicle you're using. Question 35. Under what circumstances are you allowed to drive over a footpath? Option A. When there are no pedestrians on it. B. When you want to overtake slow-moving traffic. C. When it is wide enough for you to do so. D. When you want to get lawful access to a property. Answer is D. When you want to get lawful access to a property. The only time that you are allowed to drive over footpath is when you are gaining lawful access to a property. Question 36. What should you do if you're being followed by an ambulance showing flashing blue lights? Option A. Brake harshly and stop well out into the road. B. Accelerate hard to get away from it. C. Pull over as soon as it's safe to do so. D. Maintain your speed and course. Answer is C. Pull over as soon as it's safe to do so. Pull over in a place where the ambulance can pass safely. Check that there are no bollards or obstructions in the road that will prevent it from passing. Question 37. You're being overtaken by a long, heavily laden lorry. What should you do if it's taking a long time for it to overtake? Option A. Speed up. B. Change direction. C. Slow down. D. Hold your speed. Answer is C. Slow down. A long lorry with a heavy load will need more time to pass you than a car, especially on an uphill stretch of road. Slow down and allow the lorry to pass. Question 38. What does this sign mean? Option A. No right turn. B. No left turn. C. No stopping. D. No U-turn. Answer is A. No right turn. This sign indicates that there is no right turn. Question 39. Your insurer will issue you with an insurance certificate. When must you produce this document for inspection? Option A. When a police officer asks you for it. B. When making a SORN. C. When your vehicle is having an MOT test. D. When buying or selling a vehicle. Answer is A. When a police officer asks you for it. You must produce a valid insurance certificate when requested by a police officer. If you can't do this immediately, you may be asked to take it to a police station. Other documents you may be asked to produce are your driving license and the vehicle's MOT certificate. Question 40. What's the maximum fine for driving without insurance? Option A. Unlimited. B. £500. C. £1,000. D. £5,000. Answer is A. Unlimited. Driving without insurance is a serious offence. As well as an unlimited fine, you may be disqualified or incur penalty points. Hey there! I hope this video helps you get ready to pass your UK driving theory test with confidence. If you find it helpful, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss our latest updates and mock tests. Don't forget to share your score in the comments. We'd love to see how you're doing. Alright, let's dive back into the video. Question 41. What does this sign mean? Option A. Safari Park. B. Nature Reserve. C. Pond. D. Bird Garden. Answer is B. Nature Reserve. Symbols are often used to indicate the type of destination. This one is for a nature reserve. Question 42. What should you do if the red lights start flashing as you approach a level crossing? Option A. Go over it quickly. B. Go over it carefully. C. Switch on your hazard warning lights. D. Stop before the barrier. Answer is D. Stop before the barrier. At level crossings, the red lights flash before and while the barrier is down. At most crossings, an amber light will precede the red lights. You must stop behind the white line unless you've already crossed it when the amber light comes on. Don't be tempted to zigzag around half barriers. Question 43. What shape are traffic signs giving orders? Answer is B. Road signs in the shape of a circle give orders. Those with a red circle are mostly prohibitive. The stop sign is octagonal to give it greater prominence. Signs giving orders must always be obeyed. Question 44. In which of these circumstances is it permitted to cross? The solid double white lines in the middle of the road? Option A. When you need to pass a vehicle with a trailer. B. When passing a slow-moving maintenance vehicle, 10 miles per hour or less. C. When passing a queue of traffic. D. When a car ahead is indicating left. Answer is B. When passing a slow-moving maintenance vehicle, 10 miles per hour or less. It is permitted to pass over the solid white line in the middle of the road to pass a stationary vehicle, or to overtake a cyclist, horse, or vehicle traveling at under 10 miles per hour. Access to some properties might also require you to cross a solid white line. This is also permitted. Question 45. You're in the left-hand lane at traffic lights, waiting to turn left. Which signal means you must wait? Answer is B. At some junctions, there may be separate signals for different lanes. These are called filter lights. They're designed to help traffic flow at major junctions. Make sure that you're in the correct lane and proceed if the way is clear and the green light shows for your lane. Question 46. Why has the line in the center of the road changed? Option A. To warn you not to change lanes. B. To warn you there's a speed camera ahead. C. To warn of hazards ahead. D. To warn you the speed limit has changed. Answer is C. To warn of hazards ahead. White lines painted on the road give you information about where you may drive and when. The broken white line marks the boundary between lanes on your side of the dual carriageway. But when the lines start to lengthen, with shorter gaps, this warns you of a hazard coming up, like a sharp bend. Watch out for changes in the road markings so you can prepare for the hazard ahead. Question 47. The driver towing the caravan wants to turn right onto the dual carriageway. What should they do? Option A. Move partly into the central reservation and wait until it's safe to turn. B. Wait until the road is clear in both directions before turning. C. Move out when an approaching driver flashes their headlights. D. Turn left and find a suitable place to turn around. Answer is B. Wait until the road is clear in both directions before turning. Before turning right onto a dual carriageway, you must assess whether the central reservation is deep enough to contain your vehicle. If so, you can cross into the central reservation when it's clear, and wait there until it's safe to join the carriageway. If you're towing a trailer or a caravan, the combined length of your vehicles will probably be too long to sit safely in the central reservation. So, you must wait until it's clear in both directions before joining the dual carriageway. Question 48. Why is there a warning reduce speed now? Option A. There's a crossroads and a double bend ahead. B. There's a staggered junction ahead. C. There's a T-junction ahead. D. Traffic is merging from the left. Answer is A. There's a crossroads and a double bend ahead. You'll see a sign warning you to slow down when you're approaching a part of the road where you need to be especially careful. For example, as you approach a roundabout, a crossroads, or a bend. If you're traveling on a major road and coming up to a junction with a minor road, you should slow down, even if you don't want to turn. This is because another driver at the junction may not be able to see clearly and they could pull out in front of you. Check your speed as you approach a junction or a bend and be prepared to slow down or stop. Question 49. Show me how to switch the headlights between the high beam and low beam modes. Option A. Refuse to activate the high beams. You should not be using headlights during the day. B. Activate the high beams and check the high beam warning light on the dash. C. Activate the high beams and manually check outside the car to see whether they are working. D. Activate the high beams. Answer is B. Activate the high beams and check the high beam warning light on the dash. The high beam low beam switch is usually attached to the steering column. You should activate the high beams and check the high beam warning light on the dash. Question 50. You are driving and see this sign. What does it warn you about? Option A. Two-way traffic. B. Traffic lights ahead. C. Road narrows on both sides. D. Traffic queues likely ahead. Answer is D. Traffic queues likely ahead. This warning sign tells you about likely queues ahead.